Hello and welcome back. This is Hurler USA, continuing my battle against, I believe, peasant revolters from Chernigov, if I'm recalling correctly. If you were watching my last episode, you will actually remember that I attacked them with pretty much all my forces, and they actually sent me packing. They actually whipped me. So that was not too good, actually. Looks like if I was to surrender, he would become independent. So I would apparently lose part of my realm, so that would be pretty terrible. Although, potentially it might actually be easier to reconquer than to fight these guys, since they apparently are very powerful peasants. Lots of training apparently out there in Chernigov. It looks like my vassal levies are actually pretty well restocked. So potentially I could just go attack them again very shortly. Looks like they still have a pretty good chunk of guys themselves, though. Looks like I'm thinking about hiring some mercenaries to help out. It looks like I'm going to hire the Swiss company and raise my personal levies. Apparently not my vassal levies, though. Maybe, I think I may have raised them last time. Maybe I decided that they're not trustworthy. Not really sure. I think it's also that I used to use my personal levies a lot more than I use my vassal levies, and then I read a lot about the game online, but I learned that most people use their vassal levies actually a lot more than their personal levies. They pretty much keep their personal levies around pretty much just for added protection against revolts. So in later games, you might see me switch over to using my vassal levies a little bit more. Looks like I can upgrade culture, so it looks like I'm thinking about upgrading majesty or noble. Looks like I'm going to go with noble or majesty. Looks like I went with majesty, so there you go. Upgraded my majesty. I didn't actually really pay attention to what it said that did for me, but I'm sure it's good. I would never make a mistake. I'm an excellent player, right? If only that were true. I feel like I make a lot of mistakes when I watch these movies. I'm just like, why? Why did you do that? Alright, so it looks like I think, if I can see my screen properly, it looks like they have just under 6,000 men, perhaps, 5,008. Looks like patience is a virtue, but sometimes it gets on my nerves. My son never loses his temper, so it looks like I have 7,337 men. And they are, well, I don't actually think they're fleeing from me. Sorry. I think they're actually done where they are. It looks like they killed somebody in the realm, so these peasant revolters are very dangerous. They take no prisoners. Alright, so it looks like that's my plan. Am I going to go after the army, or am I going to siege this down first? That is the question. Looks like I'm negative 42 on this one at the moment, but this siege should be relatively quick. Negative 25% every 12 days. That shouldn't take long. So, looks like I'm going to do the siege, and then I will chase down their army. I think doing the siege should help a bit. Looks like I'm looking over laws, try to figure out how to become more powerful. I have seen, sounds like what some people do is they actually they put down feudal levies to small, and they actually up feudal taxation so that they can have more money laying around, and they just hire mercenaries when they would normally maybe use their vassal levies, and they find that this is potentially a little easier. Keeps people easier to keep people in line that way, apparently. Not really sure if I'm going to go that route. I'd be a little scared that I'd always spend too much of my money and not have any money left for the mercenaries when I need them. Right now I only have $34, so Usually have a huge amount of money in my treasury, so not sure I could resist the temptation. Alright, so the battle is joined. So we've got, looks like this time the battle's going a little bit better. We're still in the, looks like some of those guys are now running. We're still in the bow phase. They're running. Alright, so not sure what happened last time. Maybe it was because I think I attacked them across the river. I was thinking they were just peasants. It shouldn't be a big deal, but apparently it was a big deal. They whipped us last time, so this time we did a bit better. So that's great. Looks like now we're positive 16 instead of negative 42. So hopefully we can chase these guys down. Looks like they're going to try to flee to Chernigov. But I haven't tried to change my troops' direction, so I can only assume that we're going to catch them. Looks like my patriarch was able to convert somebody, and I need a new chancellor. So I will probably pick this Count of Minsk, I would guess. Or I could potentially pick the Grand Prince. They have about the same stats, so it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. Picking the Grand Prince might not have been a bad call, because then I would have had a happier, bigger, potentially bigger, happier vassal. So the bigger vassals are the ones you usually have to worry about. The smaller guys usually too scared to get too much out of line. Alright, so there we have, now we're at 32%. They're running away again. And you have a new heir. If your character dies now, you will play as Prince Putatia of Chernigov. So I believe that is my son. So I think this is a good thing. He's actually got pretty darn good stats, so kind of happy that I'll play as him. Looks like the guy that everyone was voting for may have died, so too bad for him, but good news for my son. And I think for me, although I guess as long as the game continues, what do I really care? So here we go. So it looks like they're going to try to siege down Chernigov, but looks like the ecumenical patriarch has died. So I need to, I don't know, do nothing. I guess just know that happened. And I have my own patriarch anyway, so it's not a big deal. There's a high opinion of me. It would be nice to control that other guy, maybe someday. Alright, so they've now run from Chernigov, and they've gone to Liebeck. It looks like I'm going to take the risk and try to chase them over the river. It looks like I'm about to run out of money, which is probably why. It looks like Prince Yaroslav has become a Grey Eminence. Wow, look at that. 22 diplomacy. I kind of want this guy to be the next king, actually, now that I've seen this. So I like you, Putatia, but I don't know, we'll see what happens here. Prince Yaroslav is pretty nice, too. Alright, looks like I did catch them again. This might, Prince Haso was no longer steward for King Yevstafiy. That was quick. Your steward Haso was killed by the mob of angry peasants when trying to collect the extra taxes you had ordered. Whoops. Poor guy. Need a new steward. Looks like this guy will be pretty good. Chief of Sugrov. Or I could, High Chief of Novgorod, although he's 3 whole ticks down. Oh, though I'm going to go with him. Get High Chief Nikita the Lewd happier. Alright, we're up to 47%, so we're still chasing these darn peasants all over the countryside. Down to 14 gold now, so I really do need to end this war before it bankrupts me. Let's see, are they going to... No, we caught them again, there we go, but they're going to flee immediately. Alright, and now I'm at negative 15 gold, so that's not good. 30 war score. King Yevstafiy, the irregularly in pay, recently has made the men restless. Regrettably, I share their sentiment. The Swiss company must cease in the services to you immediately. Alright, that's a bit of a bummer. Try to finish them off with my own levies. So I guess this is an example of where, had I determined to raise my vassal levies instead, maybe I would make them angry, but I wouldn't have run myself out of money. So, probably a bad choice on my part. Looks like that fine woman there has some kind of plot going on in the realm. Looks like she wants to kill my kinswoman. Potentially because my kinswoman is unfaithful and may or may not have done things with her husband. I'm not really sure if that's the reason, but that would be my guess. Seduction focus really makes people kind of do crazy things. And yeah, looks like I'm just trying to like end most of the plots in my realm. I generally find I don't know, I'm not a big plotter, so I don't really like it when people are trying to like do all this plotting and stuff in the realm. Doesn't really do much for me. I guess I should become more of a plotter, but yeah. So far I use it pretty sparingly. It's not my main go-to. Usually try to just marry well, expand my realm, and keep it in one piece generally. Try to keep myself alive, try to make sure I have an heir. That's about all I really have time to focus on. Sometimes I have time for plotting, but usually it just ends with me, you know, becoming a kinslayer or something, so it doesn't really work out. Alright, looks like we're now up to 96%, so this is getting ridiculous now. He still won't surrender. Alright, so where's he headed? He's heading there, so I'm going to chase him again. Keep chasing him until we catch him. It's the only thing we can do. Must end the war. Alright, we should catch him soon. Raise local liege levies. That's an interesting thought. That would definitely slow him down, but looks like I'm not going to do that. Oh, am I? Yes, I am. 682 men are now there waiting for him, with my 925 running behind them. Well, maybe not running, but marching behind them. We're at -9 gold. Looks like that small army did catch them. Let's see who will win that little battle, though. Hopefully I'll show up soon with the bigger army. Alright, looks like we actually pulled off the victory. We're now at 100%, thank God. And then apparently I decided to arrest this other guy, so that was great. Second revolt against the rule of King Yevstafiy, chiefdom of Sugrov. Looks like he has a pretty small army, but I have like no money and no troops, so this does not seem too great. I should send them home, dismiss realm levies, and looks like my retinues are actually about the size that I would need. But what is my plan here? Why would I try to arrest this guy at such a ridiculous time? But I think since we're at the end of one war and just about to start another one, I will say thank you all for watching. This has been Hurler USA. Please like and subscribe, assuming you liked it.